Ecofeminism is a way of thinking that connects the care for nature with the fight for fairness between genders. It sees a link between how the environment is treated and how women have been treated in many societies. Ecofeminists believe that both nature and women have often been seen as things to control or use, rather than as valuable and worthy of respect. This theory encourages people to treat the earth and each other with more care and equality. It is not just about protecting the environment or supporting gender fairness, it's about understanding how the two are deeply connected. Ecofeminism began in the late 20th century when people started noticing that many environmental and social problems were related. Some writers and activists pointed out that the same attitudes used to justify harming nature were also used to justify unfair treatment of women. They believed that changing how we think about power, control, and value could help both people and the planet. Over time, ecofeminism grew to include different ideas from around the world, but it always kept the core belief that caring for nature and promoting fairness should go hand in hand. Now that we know where it came from, let's explore what ecofeminists believe. Ecofeminists believe that the health of the planet and the well-being of people are closely linked. They think that systems that cause pollution, waste, or destruction are often the same systems that ignore or harm people who have less power. Ecofeminism teaches that instead of trying to dominate or control nature, people should learn to live with it in balance. It also supports listening to different voices, especially those that are often left out of big decisions. Many ecofeminists believe that empathy, care, and cooperation are just as important as logic and rules when solving problems. Now let's look at some examples to see how these ideas work in practice. One example of ecofeminism is when communities come together to protect forests, rivers, or farms, while also standing up for equal treatment of people. For instance, some groups create gardens or cleanup projects that are led by women and focused on both nature and community health. Another example is when people use ecofeminist ideas to teach about recycling, clean water, or healthy food in ways that include everyone's voice. Some ecofeminist thinkers also write books or create art that shows the connection between earth and human care. These examples show how ecofeminism can turn ideas into action. Now let's look at some criticisms of this theory. One criticism of ecofeminism is that it can sometimes rely on general ideas that may not apply to every person or place. For example, not all people agree that nature and gender issues are always connected in the same way, so some feel the theory can be too broad or unclear. Another criticism is that ecofeminism sometimes focuses more on feelings and values than on specific solutions or facts, which can make it hard to use in science or policy making. A final criticism is that ecofeminism may leave out the voices of people who do not share the same background or experiences, even though it tries to be inclusive. These criticisms help show that, like any theory, ecofeminism has strengths but also areas that need careful thinking.